Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. What? I'm just making my coffee. We are not in a rush, but have lots of things going on this morning. And I just added a little protein powder to my coffee, so I'm just whisking that in. Add a little boost of protein. So just making up breakfast and stuff. Gonna bring Troy his lunch, and then he has a doctor's appointment, and then we're going for a hike with my friend. It's actually really nice. It's kind of a good day for hiking because it's not, I can't tell if it's just cloudy or if it's fog. We'll find out on the hike if it burns off in the next couple hours. Just putting this in my to-go mug to bring it with me. I just did a half scoop of some vanilla protein powder. I added a little extra bit of vanilla powder and some cinnamon in my to-go mug to bring with me. I'm just gonna froth my milk now. Yeah, I didn't even film yesterday because it was just, we went and spent the morning with my sisters and my nieces. She's loving your song. Yeah, so today is no short of the same, a busy day, but I want to film a vlog for you this week. It's been a few weeks since I've done like a vlog. Last week I did like a clean, organize with me, so this is just like gonna be a take you along the week with me kind of vlog. I still need to finish eating my breakfast, take a shower, and feed the baby. And leave in 15 minutes. Can it be done? We'll see. Dinner time. I am making turkey chili for dinner tonight. It's quick and easy. This is key for oven roasted sweet potatoes. Smoked paprika. Pepper. Salt. Give it a mix. Tomato. Breaking the action to fix something. Star Wars band-aids. Okay. Washcloth, please. I know it's gonna sting for a sec, okay? It's gonna do it, okay?
Why?
Because I'm trying to get it on a certain spot. I'm gonna add a little bit of this bone broth.
Why did you throw
Just a
that
little bit.
away?
Why did I throw what away?
Mommy, I
think so. Spinach. A little extra goodness.
Come on, give me. Told ya. It's tough.
A very
'cause I don't-
crisp sound.
It's good for the skin.
Hello, good afternoon. It is Wednesday. It is already 1:40 in the afternoon, so apologies for not filming literally anything. Today's project is to make a sourdough starter. So can't even eat regular sourdough. I have celiac, so unfortunately I cannot partake in eating yummy sourdough and regular bread. However, the rest of my household can. And their bread is actually so much easier to make, and I much would rather make normal bread for them to enjoy than try and make gluten-free bread. I do it here and there, but it's just annoying. And there has been interest expressed in having sourdough bread, and it's a process because I have to get the starter going first. So today we're gonna start the starter, and hopefully in a week or so, when she is ready, we will be able to make some homemade sourdough. And we're gonna have to name our starter, of course. We'll think about it and we'll come back to that. So first, we're just gonna whip up a little starter and get this going. I've got my scale so I can weigh this out, and I've found a little online recipe that I'm going to use. So I'm going to put flour of choice, King Arthur, organic flour, so we're fancy, I guess. So I'm gonna put 60 grams in here. Also picked up some of this at the store, so I'm gonna try this. Recently I've been drinking PG Tips, but at the store I decided to do a little research and see what the real British people, the real tea drinkers are having, and this was a very common response. So I love the PG Tips, so I'm hoping the Yorkshire is just as good or better, which is what people say, so we'll see. But you have to boil the water first, because unfortunately we don't have a tea kettle, so we have to do it on the stove. But
No,
why is it all wet then?
because it got in a tea bag.
Hello.
Nah. Nah,
Everything's happening. Whoa. I'm gonna take this water and pour 60 grams of this too into a container just to cool down a little bit, because this is way too hot. Okay. I made myself some tea. Let's give her a little taste. It is so hot still. It's a bit hot to tell, but the flavor is really good actually. Okay, so adding in the warm water, 60 grams, and then we're just gonna give it a little whisk. It says it's gonna be quite thick and pasty. Okay, so then I'm gonna put a little rubber band, because this is what people do, to mark like where it's at, so I'll know. And it says to leave this somewhere where it's 70-75 degrees. We're gonna leave it overnight. Obviously it's gonna be like out most of the time. So yeah, our apartment is pretty much at 70-75 all the time. So I'm just gonna put it out of the way of like the AC over in this corner, I think. Good morning. It's Thursday. It's like just turned 7 a.m. and I'm so tired this morning. Last night was a rough one. I have not had a night like last night in quite a while. Baby woke up once. Lucy was up like 3 or 4 times. Actually, that's a lie. Like, the baby woke up 3 times. Lucy was up 3 times. All like alternating different times. Like, whatever, I don't even know. I've been up since 6:30 at this point because I was feeding her because she woke up. I was hoping she would go back down, but she did not. So here we are. We're up 7 a.m. So we're just gonna seize the day since we're up I'm gonna do some yoga and stretching to start my day and a little meditation and get breakfast going while everyone's still asleep and just get started on the day. So yeah. Quick little sourdough update. Here it is. It really hasn't grown. The recipe said you might start seeing some bubbles, but they also might go away over the night. And it said you can just give it a mix a couple of times and then leave it out. I'm starting to think where I have it is too cold. So I'm just gonna give it a little mixy. The plastic wrap back on. Wow. I'm gonna find a new place to store this overnight because I think it's still too cold over here and it needs to be 70 to 75 degrees. So maybe I'll store it in my room. Hello, it's Friday. I don't know what it is, but the days just seem to slip away from me right now. It is 2 p.m. I was up at 7 and next thing I know it's literally 2 o'clock. So like I don't know where the day's gone. But here we are, a little sourdough update. First I just have some overripe bananas that need to get put in the freezer. But I made banana bread, but we don't have any flour right now. So I'm just gonna put them in the freezer for smoothies and stuff. I just got some more bananas at the store. I just put them in like a little glass container like that. These old ones that Troy has already half used for smoothies, we'll stick them in too. They look disgusting, but they're fine still.
Yes, they are.
I'm actually just gonna break them into slightly smaller pieces so that it's easier to add however much you want into the smoothie. Voila. Here's the starter. She's looking, looking bubbly. There's some action going on in there. So I'm just gonna pull up my site that I was using to do this. Here it is. Look, I got a new phone. It's the iPhone 16. I wasn't even planning on getting a new phone yesterday, but we were switching phone lines to a different company, whatever, provider. And Troy wrangled us into some new phones, so I'm not going to complain about it, but I have a new phone I wasn't expecting. So this is day 3 of the starter. So today we're going to take out half and I'm going to make a little discard jar so I can make little treats with the discard for my family. So it says to take out 60 grams and I'm going to put it in here. And then to the starter I'm going to then add another 60 grams of flour and 60 grams of water, mix, and then put it back in its little resting spot. I put it up above the fridge, which was clearly a good spot and it was warm enough for it. So let's do that. Yeah. This is so weird working with this versus gluten-free flour, because gluten-free flour just does not act like this. This is just gonna become a little discard jar and I'm gonna stick it in the fridge. Okay, now we've got my starter. I'm gonna add 60 grams of flour and 60 grams of water. And then we're just going to mix this with a fork. Alright, now we're just gonna cover up and we're gonna let this rest for another 24 hours. Hi, just popping in to end this week's vlog off. It is chaotic, it's the evening, and I need to make dinner and get the girls to bed, so I'm going to end the vlog off here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.